Good evening. My name is Ritushmita Majumdar and I am currently working with Balipara Foundation as a Rural Future Scholarship Fellow. So, sir, I'm going to ask you two questions. And the first question is, how can we use platforms like this to bring together traditional knowledge and science to design successful restoration strategies? Sir, your take on it?
Yeah, first of all, I should say we really don't know much about the science of restoration in the Indian context. We have a wide variety of ecosystems, and each ecosystem would require a different approach. But in general, of course, the principles are the same. And combining that with the traditional knowledge, again, I'm not sure that there is a great deal of traditional knowledge also about how to restore ecosystems. Traditional people or traditional or local communities didn't experience that type of degradation which we are experiencing. Of course, there have been multiple efforts by the traditional people, by the local communities to restore ecosystems, and some of the most successful in the country actually come from Assam. You have heard about that famous case of island restoration in the river Brahmaputra by a single individual. So certainly that person had a lot of traditional knowledge, a lot of common sense, I suppose, and certainly, you know, if we have to approach this complex problem, we are going to need all types of tools and approaches.
Definitely, sir. Actually, yeah, his name is Jadab Pai, and yeah,
Right.
he's from Assam. He's
Right.
based on Majuli.
Right. And there have been other efforts too in Northeast Mizoram. I think there was a case, and yeah.
A lot. So, moving on to our second question. So, according to you, how can we urgently drive restoration at scale through coalition for action like the Great People's Forest?
Yeah, I think various types of stakeholders have to come together.
Yes, sir.
You know, local communities, non-government organizations that have a great deal of experience in working with multiple stakeholders, and that also have a great deal of knowledge and expertise. And of course, the government agencies, as for example, in the last session, it was pointed out, in many areas in the Northeast, not all, in many areas, it's the state forest department that owns the forest or that have control over the forest, that manage lands, public lands, and a lot of public lands require restoration, and thus it is really very, very important, you know, that you have a buy-in from the state governments and other parties come together, because again, as I said, you know, the problem is very complex. It requires multiple approaches, and it's also very urgent, you know, and the Great Forest, I think it's such a great initiative, and I think it's a great initiative because it seeks to bring multiple stakeholders together towards a common approach for a better future, our future, and our own, in many ways, survival.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you so much for giving us
You're
your
welcome.
time. It was insightful.
Thank you.